vlog REF3. This week is going to be super busy. Got another track I need to make for Native and a video to shoot this week. Not the track that I made from last week. We're gonna save that video for maybe the following week. I don't know. But over the weekend, I hopped on a project to create 4 cinematic hip-hop tracks for a library. I like to keep the library music rolling because that stuff typically takes like a year to get paid out on. So if you just keep making it, over time builds up. I knocked out one of the tracks yesterday in about 4 hours, so I'll show you that. Then we're gonna make 3 more. Other than that, let's get the day started. And as always, write everything down in Notion and see where the day takes us. We got Notion all ready to go for the day. Before I jump into making the Contact track, there is a new Logic Pro update. With this social cut that I'm making, we're gonna use Contact and 2 Play Series instruments, make a quick beat, so let's do it. Alright, so I've been rocking with this Native track, and there's some stuff I like, some stuff I don't like. I ended up finding a pretty cool melody. I think the bass line works, don't like the drums, so we're gonna flip the drums, but this is what we got so far. I think this is cool. We just need the drums to slap, and it's going to be interesting because I have to show this 808 on a social cut, which means you need to be able to hear it on phones and devices that don't produce a lot of bass. So it's just something to be mindful of. Still the middle of the day. Let's script this thing out and see if we can get it recorded. We got those takes, but now we have to record wide so that way we have a vertical and a wide shot. We got all of that recorded. Now it's time to do the B-roll, and then we'll edit the whole thing together. We're gonna rock the overhead, which looks awesome. That is a wrap on the shoot for Native. It is the end of the day, so we're gonna get to editing this one tomorrow. Today we're gonna finish up this edit for this Native social cut. I got a meeting in about 20 minutes. Then later tonight we are going to work on these cinematic hip hop tracks. Alright, let's rock the full length first. This edit's actually kind of difficult because I'm cramming a lot of stuff in 60 seconds. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show you the edit because this isn't going to be out until after this vlog comes out. So, you'll see it though. About halfway done with these edits. Gonna sit outside, have some lunch, go back in, knock them out. Got the edits in a good place, but now I want to start working on these cinematic hip-hop tracks for the library. I already have one made, and I'm going to give you an example of what that sounds like, and then we're going to start a new one. Kind of on a tight deadline. They're due by the 15th of November. We got to bang out 4 of them. that's a good idea on what these library tracks are going to sound like. They're cinematic hip hop. The point of them is to be in the background of TV shows or games or movies. And what you want to do with these is have basically 3 different sections, and you want it to level up as it goes along. It's okay to do some drop downs, but you always want it to be building. You want it to be like shaped like a cone basically. So we're always building, adding more octaves, adding more layers, and just making it sound bigger and bigger all the way till the end. Could be used for trailer sections and all sorts of things. So let's start working on the next one. Sometimes I like to just find a cool loop, chop it up, make it my own, and then build something around it. This is dope from Arcade. What I'm doing here is I like to build out the biggest section, and I actually talk about this in the course. I call it the backwards approach, where you build out the biggest section first, and then you go and you take things out and simplify it for the intro. So it's a cool way to do things. I'm gonna build this out and then I'll show you what it sounds like. We got the back end looking pretty beefy here, and I'm gonna play that back. And what I'm gonna do is basically drag things from this back end over to the front, minimize it, and take certain melodies and certain instruments and make them useful in the intro by using low pass filters and things to kind of hint at what's going to happen in the end. I've been working on this track and I have ARP mode turned on from complete control, and I did update my Logic, so I don't know if that changed something, but the ARPed notes are being recorded in the piano roll in Logic, and I tried it with scale mode and the same exact thing happened. Watch this. Look at that. All those notes. And then watch, same thing if I let's turn ARP mode off and scale mode on, and I'm going to set a scale to 135 in G minor. I don't know what else is going on with it showing other MIDI notes, but those are the notes from 135 of G minor. It's never done this before, so that's, I don't know if it's new, if there's a glitch or what's going on, but that's awesome. After further research, turns out it's a bug with Logic 10.8 in complete control in this AU2 plugin format. But the good thing is this will allow arpeggiated notes and scale mode to eventually be integrated into the piano roll once the bugs are fixed. So that's dope. Other than that, this track made a lot of progress. We'll finish it up tomorrow. Earlier today, I pretty much worked on editing and scripting all day long. I didn't really think it was that interesting to show. So we are back into making the cinematic tracks, and I'm gonna pick up where I left off yesterday on track number 2, which I think is pretty much in a good place to export. So I'm gonna give you an example, and then we'll start the third one. Two things that are really cool about this track. First, it started with a loop, and I took that loop and I messed it up and I layered some other layers on top of it and really made it my own. And that is a great way to be inspired to make music, and that's what happened with this song. Really happy about that. The second thing is the fact that it just grows, and that's what I talked about yesterday, was making this type of track and using it and thinking of it like a cone where things are constantly evolving and getting bigger. And that's what these tracks are about. So start banging out the third one. This is what I love about Cosmos, is it allows you to rediscover old samples. And I found this from a cymatics pack. So dropped it into Logic. Let's build a track around that, chop it up, do our thing. So what I did here was I took the melody from the loop, replayed it, and then changed the second half to make it a little different. Let's add some drums. The key to a good 808 is balancing between when the kick and the 808 hit together along with your main melody. Got the back end in a good place. I'm going to play it back, let you hear it. And then what I'm going to do is move it to the end of the track and start taking elements from that, move them to the beginning, build out an intro and a middle part. Working on the intro here, I moved the main brass melody that I found earlier to the intro, and I'm playing it on a piano, and this is what it sounds like. And that's really cool, but it's a little too aggressive for the intro. So I'm going to use Transit, which I honestly haven't had a ton of time to actually sit down and mess with, but the presets are awesome. I'm going to start by just using the transition control and start it high and bring it down low. Then I'm using another instance of Transit, and I'm automating the transition control up. So over time, it goes from this, and then ends down here. So really that's what it's about, is just automating and making sounds evolve. Alright, what started with a loop has turned into a full session. So here's the track. It's pretty much wrapped, and we're going to call it for the day. is a bright, sunny California day, and today we're just going to knock out a couple small adjustments on these social cut edits. Then after that, I'm going to work on track number 4 for the cinematic hip-hop project. I wasn't planning on doing the 4th track today. I was going to take a break between them, but if you're feeling inspired to do something, let's do it. And I think we can bang out 4 tracks in 4 days, so let's get it. I'm looking through Splice for different loops. I'm looking for something that almost doesn't have too much character and doesn't have too many layers in it. Something that I can really take and manipulate and make mine. I use the loops a majority of the time for inspiration, and then I tweak them, chop them up, and really make them mine. And I think that's what using loops is about. So for instance, starting track number 4, I just found this loop, which I think we might use. This loop, for instance, 90 BPM, it's just a brass stab, it's cool melody, I can build on it, I can layer on top, and I think it's a good starting point, so let's try it out. Actually transposed this down 3 semitones, so it was in G sharp, but it was playing a chromatic scale, and I just wanted it to be in minor, so I transposed it down to F minor, and this is what it sounds like now. F also slaps on the 808, so let's get that in there. Got the entire intro built out, and I did this really cool flip on a halftime part, and I used Portal from Output to change the string melody into something more trappy. Check it out. Now let's build the bridge and the big back end. Sometimes I just play things half speed like this, and then speed it up twice as fast. Makes it easier. All right, feeling good. Got this track complete. It's totally done, so I'm gonna export it, let you hear what it sounds like, and then that is a wrap for today. 4 tracks, 4 days. It's the end of the week. Honestly, I'm thinking today might just have a little fun, take the day off from music, but we'll see what happens. Right now, headed over to Starbucks to grab some coffee for the wife and I. At Best Buy to pick up a memory card. This is going to be a wrap on the vlog for this week. Today I'm just going to tune the car. I need to mess with the timing and the carburetor a little bit. So I'm just going to tinker with the car in the driveway for the rest of the day and maybe do a little editing later on. And that's it. That's vlog REF3. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. Let me know in the comments below. Hit me with a like or sub for the algorithm as always. And let me know what you want to see more of or less of and all the above. That's it. We out.